Inquisitorial report, beta level urgency. Sigma Mundi continues to burn. On top of all of our other challenges, some thrice-cursed fool decided to open a warp rift and infect half the planet with pink horrors. The Fellgor, still stinging from recent defeats, look to expend their pent-up rage and frustration on any target, even other servants of the Dark Gods. Which chaotic kill team will emerge victorious in this clash of the Dark Forces? This is a battle that can only be fought by WarDollies.
Hi everyone, and welcome to WarDollies. This is Justin, and for our second game, I've brought a demonic kill team of exclusively pink horrors.
Hey there everybody, this is Colin, and today I'll be attempting to get a little redemption for the Fellgor Ravagers.
This time around, we're playing Capture on the flank board setup. For our board, the cargo containers and plasma regulators provide heavy cover as well as a vantage point for operatives. Smokestacks and statues provide heavy cover, while the tractors and the scattered supplies provide light cover for advancing operatives.
The Fellgor Ravagers won the opening dice-off and chose to be the attacker. As the defender, the pink horrors chose the top board edge. For barricades, Fellgor placed one on each side of the board, while the pink horrors placed one in the center and one to the right side of their board.
First up for pink horrors is the iridescent horror, followed by the icon and the musician. After that, there are 4 horrors with trinkets of Zinch that boost their range power. And after that are 5 pink horrors that have no equipment. For TAC Ops, the pink horrors chose security. They chose escort operative, protect assets, and drive them back.
For deployment, I began with the Shaman, followed up by the Death Knell, the Herd Goad, the Iron Horn, who has Warping, and then the Gorehorn, who also has Warping. Then place down the Gnarl Scar, followed by the Toxhorn, the Flux Spray, who has Warpaint, the Mangler, who has Warpaint, and last but not least, the Vandal, also sporting some fetching Warpaint. For TAC Ops, the Fellgor choose 2 from Seek and Destroy, being Rout and Executioner, and 1 from their faction selection, being Relentless Aggression.
For scouting, we both chose Recon. As the attacker, the Fellgor broke the tie and chose to go first.
For a scouting move, the Toxhorn moves up to the barricade that's on the objective.
For Recon, the iridescent horror dashes up to the plasma regulator.
And with setup complete, it is time for the carnage to begin.
Turning point 1. So the first thing that happens is we go up by 1 command point. Then we do strategic ploys, starting with the person who has initiative.
Alright, so I will call the attack. I will call it on Shaman, thus meaning
That group.
that whole little blob gets to do their thing. Alright, over to you.
I think I'm going to hold on to my command points.
Alright, yeah, I don't have any others that I was planning on doing this time around.
Alright, so then we go to TAC Ops.
I don't have any to be revealing this particular turn.
I'm going to reveal Protect Assets.
Okay, alright, awesome.
Yeah. So that concludes TAC Ops. So then we're on to the firefight.
Alright.
Gorehorn Waffles moves up to the closest objective.
The pink horror climbs the cargo container, shoots the shaman, and drives him into a frenzy.
Flux Spray Biscuit moves and dashes up to light cover.
Another pink horror moves, shoots the mangler, and reduces him to 4 wounds.
Gnarl Scar Butterscotch moves up to hide behind the statue.
Armed with his trinket of Zinch, another pink horror climbs onto the cargo container and spews coruscating flames all over the Death Knell, driving him into a frenzy.
The Vandal Peaches moves up to the objective.
Another pink horror moves.
Mangler Blueberry moves and dashes up to the smokestacks.
The musician blows his horn and then moves to a better position.
Yogurt the herd goat moves up to the statue and takes cover.
A pink horror scrambles over some supplies.
Ironhorn Marshmallow moves up behind the statue.
The icon bearer moves forward and brandishes his demonic icon.
Licorice the Shaman uses Manifest Psychic Powers, choosing Curse Weapon on one of the pink horrors. He is then removed due to frenzy.
The horror with the knife moves up, shoots the death knell, and incapacitates him.
Toxhorn Bubbles moves up and tosses a pox bomb, hitting a pink horror as well as the iridescent horror, causing a -1 APL to both and 3 mortal wounds to the iridescent horror.
The iridescent horror climbs on top of the plasma regulator. A third pink horror climbs on top of the cargo container. The last pink horror moves up.
Okay, so that's the end of turning point 1.
Cool.
We capture objectives, which is those two.
Point down 1.
Okay. So for scoring, it's 2 for the horrors, 2 for the Fellgor Ravagers. Turning point 2. So we roll for initiative. Hey, my 3 beats the 2.
All right.
Cool.
So we go up.
We go up to stop. And we flip all of our dealies. So first the strategic ploys.
Right.
I'm up first. I'm going to do Glistening Barrage.
Ooh, and what does Glistening Barrage do?
Glistening Barrage gives all demons of Tzeentch ceaseless on their ranged weapon.
Well, I'm going to spend 1 for what I'm sure comes as a stunning shock to you.
Yeah. I don't have any others.
Because I have a feeling about 3 or 4 more guys are going to be frenzied before the end of the turn, I actually am going to spend 1 more for Violent Temperament.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, do you have any others?
I'm not going to do Call the Attack at this point.
Okay, so there's no more of that. Next is TAC Ops.
Yes.
I have to reveal Escort Operative.
Well, I will give Route a go.
My next one is Hold Them Back.
I will then call Executioner. I will call the Gorehorn, and that particular pink horror right there.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
The iridescent horror shoots the Toxhorn and drives him into a frenzy.
Gorehorn Waffles charges a pink horror, incapacitating it, scoring both Executioner and Route before the pink horror splits into 2 blue horrors.
One of the pink horrors cautiously advances towards the Mangler.
Mangler Blueberry charges a pink horror, quickly incapacitating him.
A blue horror takes a pot shot at the Mangler and reduces him to 2 wounds.
Fluxspray Biscuit charges the pink horror icon, and with fighting offensively, incapacitates him.
The musician unleashes his coruscating flames and drops the flux spray down to 1 wound remaining.
Butterscotch the Gnarlscar charges a pink horror and smashes him in the face with his bionic fist.
One of the pink horrors unleashes the power of his Trinket of Tzeentch and drives the Gorehorn into a frenzy.
Herdgoat Yogurt moves and dashes up to the objective next to the plasma regulator.
The second blue horror moves up to the Mangler, douses him in fizzing flames, and drives him into a frenzy.
Ironhorn Marshmallow charges pink horror and incapacitates him.
The cursed pink horror shoots at the Ironhorn, drives him into a frenzy, then jumps down to the objective.
Peaches the Vandal moves and dashes towards the smokestacks.
Using his vantage point, the pink horror with 4 arms frenzies the Gnarlscar.
Toxhorn Bubbles shoots his auto pistol at the iridescent horror, fails to wound him. Bubbles then throws a pox bomb, giving the iridescent horror a -1 to their APL and an additional 3 mortal wounds. Bubbles is then removed to frenzy.
Another pink horror shoots at the Ironhorn, trying to finish him off, but fails to do the job.
Ironhorn Marshmallow overwatches at the pink horror, but doesn't manage to do any damage.
The final horror of the turn unleashes his coruscating flames, but accomplishes nothing.
That's the end of the turn.
All right.
It's what Fellgor have 8
Mhm.
and horrors have 6.
Still close. You'll this next turning point, you'll get a whole bunch. We'll see. I might be able to prevent you from getting your operative one, but
Let's see what happens. Let's roll it. Okay.
3, 6.
Oh, looks like you get it.
Yeah.
And then we go up 1.
I will go with Violent Aggression.
Okay. I'll turn on the flames one.
Again? Okay. Nice.
Now we're in turn.
Okay. I will have to call someone for execution.
Okay. Well, I have nothing else to happen to reveal.
Okay. Well, I will try and get your dude
With whom? Oh, with your guy.
with the executioner.
Okay.
And as it's my go, I'll go ahead and do that.
Gorehorn Waffles charges the courier Pink Horror, incapacitating him and scoring Executioner for a second time. The Pink Horror then beseeches Zincha's favor and becomes 2 blue horrors.
The musician fires at the flex spray and drives him into a frenzy.
Ironhorn Marshmallow charges the Pink Horror with the cursed weapon, reducing him to 4 wounds, but the Pink Horror gets a lucky crit in, removing Marshmallow.
The little blue horror unleashes his fizzing flames on the Mangler and incapacitates him.
Gnarlscar Butterscotch charges a Pink Horror, using uncompromising attack, shooting to little effect, but manages to incapacitate the Pink Horror in close combat. This scores rout for a second time. Butterscotch is then removed due to frenzy.
The pink horror moves up, unleashes his coruscating flames, and drops the flex spray to his last 2 wounds.
Fluxspray Biscuit charges the musician, reducing him to 3 wounds before being removed to frenzy.
A blue horror steps up to the herd goat, but his fizzing flames fizzle out.
Peaches the Vandal charges the blue horror, reducing him to a fine blue mist.
Choking on the Toxhorn's last pox bomb, the iridescent horror stumbles off the plasma regulator.
Herd Goat Yogurt uses his Crackhorn Whip and incapacitates the blue horror.
The pink horror moves up, shoots the vandal, and drives him into a frenzy. The blue horror moves up, unleashes his fizzing flames, and drives the herd goat into a frenzy.
Using his Crackhorn Whip to overwatch, Yogurt incapacitates another blue horror.
Okay, so end of turning point 3.
Yeah.
Let's go through cleanup,
Yep. And scoring and whatnot.
scoring. I get hold them back.
Mhm.
I get protect assets.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4
Objectives.
objectives, so I get
Getting
6.
So I did score a rout because I killed somebody
Mhm.
back in your thing, and I did get executioner with my guy before he got taken out,
But
giving me 4.
all right, I got 6. 6 plus 6 is 12,
Mm-hmm.
and 4 plus 8
Is also 12. So technically, at the end of 3, it is a tie game, but I'm good calling it there. I mean, yeah, clearly you've got it in turn 4. So
good game.
another good game. Yeah.
This was a fun game that led to an eventual victory for the pink horrors. I was initially concerned with the utter lack of melee, but the power of trinkets and the sheer number of shots made up for it. I wouldn't recommend all pink horrors to a new player, but I had fun with them. Splitting proved surprisingly valuable, and Glistening Barrage was fantastic.
Another challenging outing for the Fellgor this week. While they did hit like a ton of bricks, when they managed to connect, the sheer volume of shots coming their way was overwhelming. I managed to do really well with scoring some of my secondary objectives, especially pulling off Executioner twice. Fellgor did better this time, and we'll keep scrambling for the eventual win.
Smash that like and subscribe button like a pack of Fellgor Ravagers hitting a cotton candy demon for more action on Sigma Mundi.